Hello, everyone. My name is Gabby Jones. I am a consultant with Encryption Consulting. Encryption Consulting covers all the aspects of security concerns, such as data security, key management, and privacy. Today, our topic of discussion is the technologies that help in avoiding the risk of data loss, encryption keys, and digital certificates. These two terms play an important role in the encryption world. Organizations handling data protection to secure their sensitive data need to carefully manage encryption keys and certificates. Digital certificates are used across the internet to authenticate users exchanging data with one another. Since every legitimate website uses a certificate, digital certificates are extremely important. If a certificate were to be stolen and misused, an attacker could pose as another more legitimate source and infect a user with malware via their website. Similarly, encryption is basically of two types: one, public key encryption, and two, private key encryption. Key plays an important role in these two types of encryption as it's used for encrypting and decrypting the sensitive data. There are two types of keys: public and private keys. Different combinations between these keys provide a different variety of encryption. These keys are critical for performing encryption activity. Digital certificates play crucial roles in certificate management. Any discussion of certificate management would be incomplete without explaining what a digital certificate is. A certificate, also known as an SSL-TLS certificate, is a digital identifier for users, devices, and other endpoints within a network. Certificates are linked with a public and private key pair and verify that the public key, which is matched with a valid certificate, can be trusted. The main job of the certificate is to ensure that data sent across the connection between a user and a server is kept private. The certificates do this by encrypting and decrypting data as it's sent across the connection. This is achieved through something called an SSL/TLS handshake. Two major and basic encryption technologies used across the industries for protecting the sensitive data are private key encryption and public key encryption. Both have their own merits and demerits while encrypting the data. As we're now quite aware, the two major and basic encryption technologies used across the industries for protecting sensitive data are private key encryption and public key encryption. Both have their own merits and demerits. Private key encryption uses a single key to encrypt and decrypt data. Hence, the chances of key compromise is higher, whereas public key encryption uses two different keys to encrypt and decrypt data. Hence, the chances of key compromise is lower in public key encryption. Private key encryption is relatively old as a technique and is used to encrypt big chunks of data. Public key encryption is a new technique and is used for encrypting small chunks of data. Security of data transmitted is low in private key encryption when compared to public key encryption, as there is a single key usage, and in public key, two keys are used: public and private keys. Usual key size for keys used in private key encryption: 128 or 256-bit keys, and public key encryption, RSA 2040-bit or higher key size. Private key encryption is a faster technique when compared to public key encryption, as there's low level of complexity involved. Algorithms used in private key encryption are RC4, DES, 3DES, and Quad, whereas RSA, Diffie-Hellman, ECC algorithms are used for public key encryption. This is going to conclude our discussion about the basics of encryption keys and digital certificates. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're interested in learning more about encryption in detail, please subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and give this video a like if you want your algorithm to be more tuned into this type of content. Please feel free to contact us at encryptionconsulting.com if any confusion arises or if you simply want more details. Thank you.